Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. You're doing this from your car, you said. Well, yes, I am, and for a very interesting reason. This is week 2 of the 10 Commandments, and so last week we did Commandments 1 through 5. This week we plan to do Commandments 6 through 10. And Commandment number 6 is a fascinating one that says you're not to commit murder. I think most translations read it that blank. You shall not murder. In Hebrew, it's just lo tirzach. Ratzach is the Hebrew word that's translated murder. And I'm in a car because it's very interesting. The word actually refers to not just premeditated killing, but it also refers to killing someone through negligence or carelessness. Which is something that can happen in a car. It's something that can happen in lots of different places. And this is a very important commandment because it's a commandment that's tied back to one of the earliest sins of humanity. Now, after Adam and Eve have been kicked out of the garden, Cain slays Abel, his brother. And God says, you're not supposed to commit murder, and ties it up in Genesis 9:6 to this idea that you don't take another human's life because humans are made in the image of God. You see, it's God's prerogative on who lives and who doesn't. It's not supposed to be the role of you and me to decide. We're not in a position to be able to make those decisions. And for us to, through our negligence, carelessness, or premeditation to take another life, is to denigrate the value of human life, and it's to usurp God's authority. Now, I think most of the people watching this are not people who are murderers. And I don't think that I need to urge you, don't be a murderer. But if you look behind the commandment, the idea of recognizing God's position and God's authority, and that we as human beings are not to usurp his authority, that's something that's very valuable to all of us. If you take it the next step further, if we recognize that human beings are made in God's image, and so we're not supposed to kill them, we can take it the next step further. Jesus does that in his teaching. Jesus says, you know not to kill, but I tell you, you shouldn't even hate your brother or sister. You don't kill them in your heart. You don't wish them ill. When we recognize that everybody has an infinite value because everybody is made in the image of God, then we seek what is best for people. And when we don't, we may not be committing this commandment. We may not be killing them physically, but boy, oh boy, can we ever kill them with our words and with our deeds and with our actions and with our thoughts. And that's not right either. The gist behind this commandment is to let God be God, and then to treat other people with respect and dignity as people are made in God's image. And as we do that, then all of a sudden, we're walking not just in the literalness of this commandment, but we're walking in the spirit of it as well. By the way, side note, ratzach, that Hebrew word that's talking about don't kill, is not ever used to talk about what society does in a just war or even the death penalty. And I'm not saying that there's not room to argue for pacifism and when's a war a just war, and is the death penalty right or is it wrong, and can it be done fairly, and all of those messes. It's just not this passage that should be used in that debate, except to the extent that this passage does say, treat other people as made in the image of God with value and dignity. And that's behind it. All right, tomorrow we get commandment number 7. But this, right here, right now, is your video thought for the day.